Thank you much for being here today. My name is John Patrick, Senate District 14. I am from Rumford, and I work in the paper industry, so I know a little bit about wood. I'm a friend of Aroostook County and a friend of Maine loggers. Right. I'm a friend of working men and women throughout the state of Maine and have fought for them all my life.
You have, John.
I'm here because Representative Martin is unable to be here due to commitments surrounding graduation at the University of Maine at Fort Kent. As many of you know, that he would have had to leave here earlier today to make it there for this afternoon. As Senator said, 5-hour drive. John asked that I share his statements with you. Today, Representative Martin wanted me to tell you that he opposes LD 1383. An act to improve the process by which logging contractors hire legal foreign workers. Funny how a title is written. As many of you know, he was part of a lengthy negotiation last session that resulted in all parties, labor in the state of Maine, landowners, and the Maine Forest Products Council agreeing to a process to resolve the issue of bonded foreign labor in Maine woods. All parties worked together and all parties compromised. Representative Martin sacrificed his own legislation that would have resolved this issue once and for all in favor of the agreement and in favor of moving forward. This legislation would have certainly become law at the time. 6 months later, the Maine Forest Products Council has broken its promise and withdrawn from the agreement with this legislation. This bill is a result of that broken promise. Representative Martin does not say that this to be disparaging, but he believes that we should be aware of the bad faith actions of its chief supporters and should keep those actions in mind as the Labor Committee considers giving those supporters more leeway and more trust as envisioned in this bill.
Tell them, John.
Further, this bill will result in increased costs for Maine employers as the number of bonded workers increase. Maine employers will see increases in unemployment insurance since Maine employers who do not have these foreign workers will pay the cost as these contractors do not pay enough to cover the unemployment payments for bonded laborers. Also, contractors will tell you that they operate at less than full time. They all would cut more. We do not need these bonded laborers. Thank you. This culminates Representative Martin's remarks, and I'd like to just make a few on my own. As a strong proponent of Maine workers, I too would like to add some remarks. We hear that there is a shortage of jobs in northern Maine. I'm telling you here, right now, that that's a lie. There are plenty of jobs. It's just the jobs are going to Canadian workers. If we're going to talk about jobs in Maine, then we need to be honest about the facts. And I'd like to say, I've given testimony in the past from the Senate floor, and there was a study done. At the time when 74% productivity increases over the last 15-20 years, landowners have actually increased their profits by like 165%, while workers' wages have decreased around 35%. How is that fair? We've got to start making laws and supporting laws that are fair to Maine workers. How is it that we're going to keep turning our back on Maine workers for foreign labor? I'm so against the law of the international trade agreements and the process that we have. We've got to start fighting for our Maine workers, all Maine workers, not just the loggers. Every doggone worker in Maine wants to work. I'll tell you one thing, as a former construction worker, the quality of Maine workers is second to none. You go to... That's right! California, say you're a construction worker from the state of Maine, and I'll tell you one thing right now, they're going to hire you over a local person because Maine's reputation as a worker is second to none, and these loggers in the state of Maine are some of the best workers that we could have, and all they want is a fair chance. They want a job. They want to go to work. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.